Howdy, Eric here, back with another standard video. Avatar the Last Airbender set, now in standard. Playing another Phoenix Fleet Airship deck. Phoenix Fleet Airship, 4/4 flying vehicle for 4. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, this vehicle is an artifact creature. We're only playing 2 in this list. Compared to our last list, we were running the full 4, trying to turbo it out with Beseech the Mirror. This is still a Beseech the Mirror deck, but we're utilizing the fact that we can only play, or we could choose to play less to broaden sort of the depth of our toolbox. We're also on 4 Tolls of War this time. We tested it as a one of in the last video, and I thought it was very strong. And I thought it was especially strong when I managed to draw it in conjunction, play it in conjunction with the one of Caretaker's talent. And so now we're just maximizing that idea. What if we played 4 Tolls of War, 4 Caretaker's talent? We're on 4 Carrot Cake, 4 Novice Inspector, just generating tokens to sacrifice. This looks a lot more like the classic sort of tokens deck that was very popular about 6 months ago. What are the advantages here? I think the advantage of this version, Beseech the Mirror gives us a very strong toolbox effect, allowing us to board wipe when we need it or find our game-ending threat when we need it. And our game-ending threat, in this case, Phoenix Fleet Airship, is much more resilient than sort of classic token strategies. We don't suffer as much into board wipes. Not that tokens ever really did, but the kinds of answers that really are good into tokens are not that good into Phoenix Fleet Airship. Outside of maybe Ultima, perhaps. But even Ultima does not deal with our Caretaker's talents or our Tolls of War. So we have a lot of just grind potential. Just on 1 Obsessive Pursuit today. It plays very nicely with Caretaker's talent. A few Get Lost, some Seam Rips for early board control. But yeah, I kind of see the Phoenix Fleet Airship as like an Elspeth in this deck, but Elspeth dies to combat damage sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you play her on an empty board and she just doesn't do anything. Phoenix Fleet Airship on an empty board, as long as you have a token or 2 tokens, are very solid blockers. And the crew 1 means that every creature, every little rabbit in our deck, it turns out these malevolent airships have been piloted by cute little rabbits this whole time, is kind of the theme of this deck. As far as our mana base goes, we're on all the duels that we can play pretty much in the colors. I would play 4 Concealed Courtyards if I had them on Arena. I'm not going to spend some $10 for 4 gold wild cards. I'm mostly a free-to-play kind of guy. 4 Fabled Passages, another way to sacrifice permanents for our airships and our Tolls of War. 1 Restless Fortress, 2 Realm of Co. Overall, Fountain Port is a better card than Realm of Co, I think, but Realm of Co has the benefit of tapping for black in our Beseech the Mirror deck, so we'll take what we can get here. As far as our sideboard goes, we're on 1 Kaya for grinding matchups, exile removal when we need it, Grim Bauble for aggressive matchups, another permanent to sack for our Beseech the Mirror, a few Soul Guide Lanterns, 1 Rest in Peace, 4 Duress, 1 Strategic Betrayal, 1 Malicious Eclipse, and 2 more Day of Judgments, which we can just pull out when we need them. So that's the list. I've been testing it quite a bit this morning. It does some very powerful stuff. It seems... I'm an okay player, I think. I'm decent. This seems like one of the harder decks I've ever had to play. Beseech just gives you so many options. Every turn you have so many options. What to do with your mana. Do you sit back? Do you wait? Do you, do you get aggro with your tokens? It's very tough. But let's jump into a few matches here. test it out. Hope I can show off some of the power of what's going on here with airships and the flexibility of, we have Beseech. Do we react, or are we proactive right now? Like I played against like Shiko Jeskai control this morning, and it was just like every turn was in the tank. So fun match though. I almost squeaked it out. I made a couple mistakes and didn't attack with my airships when I could have, and it kind of snowballed from there. Match 1, up against Veggie. This is a pretty good hand. We have our Beseech, we have good lands, good mana. Start with a temple. They're on a Restless Anchorage. We probably don't need the Seam Rip, but it gives us some... It gives us a variety of answers to potential plays that they might have here. Let's just go ahead and sneak in this Obsessive Pursuit while we can. Comes down early. Hard to counter this. And then you just get as much card draw as you want against these decks, you know? Like, we can afford to just play these tapped now and not feed anything into their counter spells and just keep drawing cards. Hopefully I can get a little redemption here. I don't think we want to play into Beseech quite yet. Let's just play a Godless Shrine untapped and draw a couple cards. Hold up this, get lost. And then we can start running out Carrot Cakes next turn. Oh, we're making glues. We don't really need the talent quite yet. Land is fine. Fortunately, it's untapped, it's tapped right now. But we will take it. And one more Carrot Cake. And now we're getting close to kind of actually threatening some big attacks with our rabbits in the Obsessive Pursuit combination here. Consult the star charts. The cakes and the Beza all play nicely with Obsessive Pursuit once it gets going. Keeps us in check, like our life total, in a decent spot here. They have a Beza. Okay. I think I'm going to try to sneak in a Caretaker's Talent, but really what I'm doing is like opening up an opportunity for our Beseech, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pass here then. Play around them get losting my talent in response to cracking the cake. Do it at end step. Maybe land a base of our own next turn. Get back in the green. I'm fine with pairing down here. Another land. We will take the lands. Even if they do get lost, my talent. It's just more fodder for this obsessive pursuit to be relevant. Okay, okay. We'll hold the Fabled Passage. Play the basic. Now we have 2 untapped lands. Let's sacrifice a... I'd like to start sacrificing some permanents. Maybe I should have gone for the Fabled Passage here. I think we can skip on a second Get Lost. They have enough mana for Jeskai Revelation. I'm not going to go 2 in here. We don't really need the life. I just want to kind of present some, like a threat back at them at least a little bit. Okay. Let's just make use of the cards in our hand. We'll see him rip a monk and then play another carrot cake here. Fabled Passage is not a bad draw. Fabled Passage is not bad. Maybe we think about beseeching for a board wipe next turn here. Get Beza down. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Play Beza. If they counter it, beseech for flagships. Man, what's good here? This is so tough. I'm just gonna maximize the life here. River Regent. Well, that's pretty weak to our board wipe plan. Bounce, talent, and a clue. Actually, might as well just sack the seam rip, I guess. Get our Caretaker's talent going again. Play a Fabled Passage and hold it for a big obsessive pursuit turn. That felt pretty good. I kind of think they maybe made a little bit of a mistake tapping out there for the River Regent. We draw in Tolls of War. Yeah, baby. Send it. Well, they gotta counter this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Carrot cake. Another seam rip? Probably not. And let's just go ahead and go for a tapped Concealed Courtyard here. Plan to... you know what? We should copy a rabbit now, and then plan to crack the carrot cake on their turn for another draw, and maybe threaten a decent attack with our talent next turn. Helix the rabbit. Always makes me laugh. They're 1/1s, Veggie. They're 1/1s. What could they possibly do? Consulting the star charts. Kinda tapping out a little here. Might be able to swing in with a big rabbit. Our best draw now is probably like Beseech or Airship. I think we're in kind of a position where we can threaten them mightily. Make a rabbit. Draw a card. Novice Inspector is actually not the worst draw here. Greases the wheels. Okay. We need to fetch now. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just get lost the Shiko. That feels right to me. We'll level up the talent. We can sack a clue and then save a carrot cake sack for the next turn. They probably have something to kill my rabbit, but we're getting a lot of value out of these little guys. Oh, they don't. Sweet. All right. Feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good about that. What do they have? Meringue River Regent. Yep. Bounce my rabbits. Fine. Another River Regent. We'll skip on the Beza for now. Or not. Another talent. We have 2 more Get Losts in the deck. One, two, three, four. Kind of an awkward spot for them to have to counter something. They can't like fully maximize a 3 steps ahead. I think let's just go for a Beseech here off the top. See what they do about it. Let's get the airships online. Or try to. Because I can then play a Caretaker's talent. Draw some cards and start threatening some pretty big airship attackers. Well, I mean, I'll pay for that. That's not a big deal. Do they have another one? Okay. Not a big deal. Okay. Glad we did that the way we did that, I think. Play a tapped land. Team rip on bottom. Pass it to you. Can you deal with the airship? Airships. Airships, if you will. Okay. They've dealt with the airships. I kind of forgot they were just drawing that. That's okay. Oh, okay. They're choosing to not deal with all the airships. Fine. Beza looks good. Finally, Beza looks good. Bulls of War looks good. Let's rip a Beza. Let's rip a Tolls of War. Sacrifice a clue so that we have a sacrificed permanent. They're hitting me for big in the air, but I mean I can just kind of chump with my airships. Maybe we get another Tolls of War down while the coast seems kind of clear. Play a swamp. Continue to draw. No Jeskai Revelation mana quite yet. Consult the star charts. If they get another region and swing, I think we might just we might be able to draw into killing them on the backswing. We have so much mana that we could find another talent and level it up in the meantime. I probably should have just sacrificed another clue on my turn for the second Tolls of War to trigger. This maybe makes it look like I have Get Lost. Stock up. Swings with both. I'm going to hold. I'm just going to hold. They're just going to swing with one that's not threatening me too much, and I don't want to expose the airships to removal, like the kind of removal they might still have in their hand. Elspeth. Kind of seeing maybe swing everything at Elspeth and then... But then we don't... Maybe we draw get lost on the region, swing with the token airship at Elspeth. Oh, Day of Judgment is interesting. We have Seam Rip. Okay. Day of Judgment's not bad. 20 cards left in our deck. We have so much mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They have 2. So there's really not a whole lot that they can do about Day of Judgment, Seam Rip the Authority, swing at Elspeth. I think that cleans things up pretty nicely. Probably leaves us with a couple airships. If they have removal for one of our airships, not ideal, but we still have, I think, the board advantage at that point. Okay. Tolls of War, kind of nasty with it. Another Caretaker's talent. If we play, I think we like the other Caretaker's talent because while we are drawing a lot of cards, this lets us copy our Phoenix Fleet Airship token before we attack and sort of ensure that we like untap with many airships next turn. Which one just came in? That one on the right. My airships is so tiny. Maybe it's not even relevant hitting Elspeth with the 4/4. We just want to kill it or bust, I suppose. Like, having an Elspeth at 2 doesn't mean anything for us, I think. Nice. Looking nasty. Show me your Ultima. Looking nasty. I think we wrapped up this game 1. Longest game 1 that there's ever been, ever. Probably not, but pretty long. It's so hard to evaluate if you played it well, quote unquote, too. Like, just winning isn't necessarily like enough, you know. I wonder if there were points earlier that I could have just accrued more value out of the gate or better tempo out of the gate and one better. I think I'm gonna win this one. It's feeling pretty good. There's not a whole lot that they can meaningfully bounce here. So we replay the talent. Do we even need to replay the talent? We can just crew up all of our airships, actually. I don't know what they could have here. Oh, that's nice. That should for sure seal the deal, because now even if they have like a lightning helix. Come on, just scoop if you've got nothing. There you go. Thank you. GG. GG. Fun game 1. Long game 1. Let's bring in the duresses. I think we want the rest in peace. If I've learned anything, it's cutting them off of Shiko is fine, but also I think they bring in like a river churn monument, which is a pretty effective way to kill us. I like the 2 Day of Judgments. I think we can go down 2 seam rips. Go down Abeza. Maybe go down a Beseech the Mirror. I guess why would you cut the Beseech? It's like any card you could ever want, I suppose. Maybe we do something like this. Just play 2 duresses. No, I think I like the full 4. Get Lost makes sense to me. Novice Inspector makes sense to me. Pursuit looked really good that game with the talent. I think 2 Day of Judgment is right. Maybe Kaya's not that good in this matchup. Maybe Elspeth's not that good in this matchup. Obviously it is if it resolves, but we just have more resilient ways to win. I think Tolls of War is like the best card for us. Is that crazy, cutting the Elspeth? I know it's like a good slam it top deck and like, okay, deal with this, but they can just like kill it and you have 2/2/2s for, you know, to show for it. Or counter it. Yeah, let's keep this. Good mana. Good filtering through our deck here. Ooh, little talent, little Tolls of War. I mean, you could maybe argue you gotta just like ditch the Tolls of War there and go for lands, but I think we should be okay. We have enough early action if we get stuck a little bit, but we also have this carrot cake to like help us find our lands. Do you know the way? Just gonna land a talent while the board is while the coast is clear. We're getting the talent out. Y'all ever look at this art though? Isn't it kind of the cutest art on any Magic card ever? It's so sweet. Mama Rabbit taking care of a little bat and a mouse. Play an inspector. See what you got going on. Okay. We can just carrot cake on their turn. We don't need to rush for our land here. Threatening Beseech into Airship if they decide to tap out for like Shiko. Riverturn Monument. Just looking for lands now. Thank you. They had to discard to hand size, and they discarded a Morong River Regent. Okay. Let's just seam rip the monument while we can. Are they gonna negate this seam rip? Yo. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that's so funny. It's like that feels very desperate to me. Almost like an admission that they don't have anything else to deal with what we're doing. Negate the seam rip, huh? You got it, dude. You got it. Beza. Not bad. I think we just get our airships going, huh? The awesome might of the airship. And even if they have Ultima, it kills their monument, leaves us with a crazy board still. We have so many Beseech backups. I think we have game 2 in the bag. Looking nasty. Looking kind of nasty with it. I'm loving it. I don't usually play this style of deck, so it's a little hard for me perhaps, but but it seems very powerful. Maybe someone with a little more experience in this archetype could weigh in and let me know what you think. I'm holding back the fabled passages because it's just the easiest way to continue making airship tokens. Let's go ahead and copy an airship here. Draw. Okay. Now we can swing pretty freely with the two that we have. Where'd you go? I think we can hold back this get lost into clue. It's nasty. It's nasty confirmed. They're not anywhere close to milling me. Come on, gang. Gang. This seems pretty strong. It seems pretty real to me. Like this could actually be kind of like a real deck. These boards are just, I mean, pretty tough to deal with. Everything synergizes really nicely. Mill me. I rest in peace. Even if they wipe the board here, okay, Ultima. We can draw some cards. They kill their monument. And we still have Tolls of War with a fetch. Actually, we can just Tolls of War and Beseech for another airship. We just do that. Hold back the fetch for next turn. Looking good. Looking pretty good. Ultima Part 2. Annoying, but Tolls of War. Caretaker's talent. Like, you still have to deal with this. Go Carrot Cake. Another Tolls of War. We will play it. You can't wipe my board forever. Shock ourselves? I don't think that's super relevant. Maybe we just turn this on, play around like Tishana's Tidebinder, maybe? Play around Fire Magic a little bit. Maybe it was a little premature, but I think we're fine. Double Ultima. Dealt with both of our airships. Beza. Chico. We can beseech for another Caretaker's talent, and then we almost have the mana to upgrade it as well. Or we just wipe the board, and then we just wipe the board, take them off the rediscover the way. I like that. Wipe the board, sacrifice something, build our board up again. Like we can do this all day. You know? Duress seems pretty good. Damn, this deck is sick. This deck is sick. Fine. What do you even bounce here? Just some tokens? Okay. I like another duress. At this point, they have such a full hand. We have so much mana. Oh no, that was the duress from earlier. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think we have lethal. We can Caretaker's talent. Get lost. I mean, I think we're gonna get lost. I guess we duress first. I guess we can duress first. We're gonna do it anyway. Might as well see what they have going on. Alright, we'll take the other river turn monument. No problem here. I think I'd rather just sacrifice a permanent than buff these existing guys. Force them to draw a board wipe, and then like they're still just hanging on at that point. Play another talent. Copy another token. I don't know. They need to rip their third river turn monument, which they probably aren't playing. Yep, okay. GG. Match 1 in the books. 1-0. Pretty long match. The deck grinds. Just due to that fact alone, I may only play 3 matches. I guess it depends on how quick the next 2 are. So let's hop right in. Match number 2. Match number 2 of the morning. Well, that's such a cute background. Bossing Say. These little buildings and shit. Miguel. Deck looked strong. Happy to have a redemption match against Jeskai Control. I'd like to see, hopefully maybe in the next couple matches, we just get a variety of matchups here. Mulligan this, keep this. Have you ever seen a more classic tokens hand? Oh, man. I'm in danger. Elspeth to the bottom. Could just use a Get Lost or a Seam Rip or something. We gotta get the cake going. Don't have much of an option otherwise. Beseech seems good. At the very least, wipes the board, but we could just be dead here. We could be very, very dead here. I think I'm gonna... No, that's silly. Maybe I should have put this on the bottom. They didn't hit a land? Oh. I'm doing okay then. Maybe we just play out the talent? Is that greedy? No, we need to double block. Force them to have trample, etc., etc. Although then we don't have a way to beseech, maybe with just one mana still here. What do we even beseech for that really gets us out of this? Just removal, I mean. Yeah, maybe we just take this. Yeah, should be fine. Kind of a, like, weirdly bad hand for them, I suppose, at this point, being stuck on one land. Double draw. Okay, they're playing around my removal. But they don't get to hit their land drop here. I think I have to beseech for just removal. Like, just to get lost, perhaps. Or a seam rip, actually, is just better. Nasty stuff, nasty stuff. Isn't it like a little silly having to do this? Maybe. But I think we do have to do this. Emberheart Challenger. We'll take this. The engines have started. We wipe the board. We play a Beza. They probably still have another Calisel Sword in hand. They can just pump once. Swing. Or actually, I think we have an opportunity to just copy our token here. Draw a card. Play a tapped land if we have to. Nah, let's pretend like we could have something. A little Elspeth Smite action. They could just kill us here. I mean, they've been threatening to just kill us since the start of the game. Let's double block in case our Beza becomes more effective next turn. There's the trample. I'm gonna guess they have it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Bring in the dresses. Interacting with their hand is pretty important, I think. Just taking them off the critical density of... We basically just need all of our removal. The eclipses can be okay. Sure, I'll bring in an eclipse. Let's cut everything that's a little greedy. Let's go down one airship, go down Elspeth. I think Beseech is still pretty good. Let's go down 2 talent, 2 tolls. Pursuit. The name of the game is just interact, 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 so we can probably just survive off of 1 talent, 1 tolls, to be honest. Maybe just 3 Day of Judgment. Win with 1 airship. Yeah, I like that. Just remove everything and resolve an airship, right? I don't think it's rocket science. Keep a hand that actually interacts with their stuff. It's okay. I go turn 1 land. They go turn 1. They go leyline, dude. I mean, the problem is I need my get lost, like a get lost, I think, in my opener. Let's mulligan this. Yeah, this is 1,000 times better. I think I like the... Malicious Eclipse over the Beza, perhaps. Can lead on a temple. I think Novice Inspector's fine. Okay, feeling pretty good about this hand. Feeling pretty good. Maybe there's an argument for space for like an Authority of the Consuls somewhere in here. I'm just gonna play toward this Malicious Eclipse. The lane line not on the field here. If they had a ley line on the field, I might just have to remove this immediately, but I think I can probably pretty easily 2-for-1 them. And I will. We can grab a plains. Get double white online. Player concealed courtyard. Do I even Malicious Eclipse now? I'm just gonna play a Novice Inspector. Maybe I can bait them into playing more creatures. No blocks. Full bore. Okay. Okay. Caretaker's talent. Fabled Passage. I can afford the talent, right? They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Is that crazy? It's fine. And then next turn I can Eclipse. Tap land. Swing for 2. No blocks. Swing for 5. Fine. Yeah, they have speed online, but not the end of the world. We can Eclipse here and hold up Get Lost. We need to. They were pretty much in the driver's seat now. We just need to draw some tokens. Emberheart Challenger. I'm going to take the 2. Really, I need the instant speed removal for the birds, basically. Or, you know, when they present me with an attack that I may otherwise have like an attack with the challenger while they have open mana. Count on luck. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Guess we just kill that. I guess we'll see what we draw here. Beseech. I'd like to Beseech for... I guess I can make like a clue or make a token here. Draw. Hold up the Get Lost. And then Beseech the token away. Player tapped land. I like that. Bayo, irritable instructor. Okay. They're on some kind of firebending student plan. I think we eat the Bayo. Although, doesn't kill us yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're really worried about something with haste. Eat the Bayo, copy the token, beseech, have a blocker. So maybe we just beseech, copy the token, beseech, have a blocker, hold up, get lost. I like that. Now we can carrot cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can carrot cake, beseech, hold up, get lost. We don't need to copy a token yet. We can copy our ship. I think another beseech is pretty good. I'm going to sacrifice the carrot cake. I know the life is kind of relevant. Actually, maybe we just sacrifice the talent at this point. We have enough tools to win the game, I think. And sacrificing the talent lets me hold up carrot cake for life gain when it's relevant. Okay. Fire magic. Well, we'll crew up the airships. They're gonna try to kill me here, but I don't quite understand how. If I just kill this in response, like kill it in response to this Calicel sword. Like it's not like they have enough mana to also just bot me with the Bayo. Just kill it. And then I get to Day of Judgment and get a sacrifice in, and then threaten lethal next turn. If I get sufficient tokens, which I should be able to do with the Beseech. I think it's all coming together. Count on Luck is kind of neat tech. I like that. Duress. Well, Day of Judgment. Duress you, I suppose. Take another Count on Luck. Gain some life. Seam Rip. Not very good right now. Swing for... I mean, we know exactly what they have. I guess they could actually, like, draw into a haster. Say they draw into a... I kind of... We don't know. Okay. We don't know exactly what they have. They have make this a 5-power creature. Play it, make it a 5-power creature. They just don't have the mana to like do everything unless they draw exactly one of their hasty 2-drops. 1, 2. Full bore it, sack it. Oh no, they don't. This is on an adventure, so they don't have the sack. Okay. I'm just gonna hit them. Alright. Alright. Should be fun. GG? We can beseech for... We can crew. We can beseech our rabbit. For a carrot cake? And... Oh, that's not quite enough. But they do have to block it. Which is interesting. They will have to block, and our ships will be creatures next turn, or on the end step, so they pretty much have no way to win through this, I think. Okay, alright. I like it. Not lethal this turn, but pretty clean. Game 3. Game 3. Bring in another Day of Judgment. Take out. No, I mean, that's it. That went exactly as we drew it up. It was a little scary at times, but I think I'd like another Get Lost. I think I'd like to play 4 Get Lost in the main. Just the most versatile thing to be doing. This hand is pretty good. Our man is a little slow, but I think that's pretty good too. Because we can duress them here, keep them off of like a crazy lethal, and then hit them with the Eclipse next turn. I should have duressed first probably, but there wasn't anything else I could do with the mana this turn anyway, so let's take the Ire. Wild Ride is more damage, but okay. They're just going for Kellen value. Sweet. Flips looks good. Play your creature. Oh, please, play your creature. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, the one of Malicious Eclipse. Oh. Full value. Oh my god. They have the bird. That damn bird. What if they draw the nuts? What if they draw Callous Sellsword, right? They have a bird that's swinging for 5. 6 off the Wild Ride. They sack it for 8 damage. Plus another 1 from the Bastronaut. 15. I think I just have to play Beza here. Doesn't block very well, but it keeps me in the game through their bullshit. Otherwise I could play Carrot Cake. But actually, no, Carrot Cake doesn't gain me enough life. Yeah, this is, I think, the only line that stabilizes us through Callous Sellsword draw. They're holding back. Okay. I think we just have to wipe the board. Or we play a Carrot Cake and we can threaten Bloxies. I think I like that better. And this sets up our Beseech the Mirror next turn. And it helps us live through the bullshit again, actually, so. Can skip a duress this time. Pretty likely that they might just fire this Wild Ride off. Maybe should have played the Temple of Silence there, just for even more scries. They're swinging in. Okay, well, we'll double block. They pump a Bastronaut. Chipping away. We're continuing to look pretty good here. Draw land. Continuing to look pretty good here. Get loss is huge. We can almost just start swinging with the Fortress. Let's Beseech. Let's scry. Another get lost. Okay, well, I'm not going to pass up on that. Let's just seam rip this Astronaut and start swinging in. End the silliness. We should definitely be able to win through with the double get lost here. Through pretty much anything. Go. I don't know what they could have, but I'm just going to get lost here. Okay, GG's. Kind of figured that'd be enough. GG's. 2-0. Strong deck. Strong cards. Toll of War looking good. Airships looking good. Keep it rolling. I think there's a deck, by the way, with Tolls of War, Novice Inspector, and Obsessive Pursuit, and Rotten Mouth Viper. I think that all kind of fits together pretty nicely. But I don't think that's like a Beseech Airship deck also. I think they're kind of doing two different things. One land. We have a little action. We have 3 Tolls of War, which is disgusting. I'm just going to keep this, I think. Authority, a little annoying. Let's just play the Inspector. See what they're up to. I don't think we have to deal with the Authority now. I'm going to put them on Jeskai control again, which is annoying. I mean, oh, okay, it's the 4-color control. I'm just going to get rabbits going. If they want to counter this, it's not the end of the world. Land drops are good. Land drops are good. Shock themselves to pretend they have something or actually have something. I think we get to seam rip here. And if they counter it, it's not the end of the world. Consult the star charts. Choosing to not tolls. Choosing to instead just sack a carrot cake and keep hitting them. One rabbit, weak. 3 rabbits, strong. Take a land. No problem, no problem. Go swinging. Wan Shitong. Okay. Beautiful art. Beautiful art. Love me an owl. Probably my all-time favorite. Let's just go ahead and resolve 2 Tolls of War. Seems downright nasty against them. I do be searching my library a little bit. Fires off an early fire magic. That seems a bit premature. Don't you think? Get lost. Okay, well how about another Tolls of War? Perhaps. Perhaps we draw a card even. Ooh. Beseech the Mirror for me? For your favorite guy? Why does this have vigilance? Oh, wizards, you so silly. This card has so many, like, crazy words. Vigilance is... They really figured it out with... with Shiko, I suppose, where it's like... Vigilance is just that icing on the cake, sort of like... It's the backbone that you need, I suppose, for your game-ending threats to be any kind of good. Defensively, offensively. Let's get hey, let's get our flagships going, huh? We'll just sack a clue here, I suppose. They get to draw a card off of this, but I don't really care. Airships, not flagships. Our Phoenix Fleet Airships. You think I won't block? Oh, I'll block. In fact, I'll double block. Actually, I won't double block, because that exposes my airships to a board wipe. I think leaving the token around makes sense in this deck, although now I'm susceptible to a bounce, but I think the upside of being able to duplicate it with Caretaker's talent is kind of interesting. Ultima. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Sacrifice this. Get our search on. Scry. Carrot cake, not gonna complain about that. And I think we just make some tokens. I think we just make a token. Ultima. Main deck Ultima. Why is that so in vogue right now? Seeing it a lot. Kind of called it out at the start of the video, like, hey, this is kind of a problem. Wan Shitong can block my spirits. That's a little annoying. Maybe I'm supposed to just keep making spirits there. Okay, we'll take a Beseech. I mean, I'm gonna go for this. Keep putting tokens on the field. Inevitable defeat. Sure, sure. Shiko. Fire magic. There, my guys. Okay. I guess we just Day of Judgment the Shiko. Set up for either Beseech the Seam Rip, give them the authority back, or just play it a little slower and make a spirit to Beseech with. Beza not bad. Let's just play a Beza. Draw a card. Unless they flash in a so-and-so. Okay, not bad. Ooh, Elspeth. And we get to Beseech. I'm going to take the chance to do that. I don't think they have counter magic. Our airship online? Elspeth crews our guys and makes extra airships? Question mark? Kind of interesting. I don't have a way to sacrifice anything quite yet, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holding up. Mana for what? Probably mana for a big oh, the big counterspell. I can't remember its name. Let's just make a token. Oh, authority. Oops. That's okay. Maybe they're just holding up mana for the Quarry Mountain Monastery. What's the counterspell called? I just played against it. I'm apparently so horrible at remembering card names when I'm really trying to. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna jam the Elspeth here, because well, no, I think I'd like to have an extra mana before I do that. Let's just make another token, I suppose. Hold up the Get Lost. They can cast a Wan Shi Tong for pretty big, but I can Get Lost it. And I have a Beseech now, which is pretty nice. Consulting. Checking out my star charts. We're in the labs. We're checking the star charts. Pulling out sextants. Getting, I don't know, whatever else you do when you navigate. Wan Shi Tong for some amount. Okay. Not great here. Lets me sneak through my my Elspeth, actually. Or Beseech for Caretaker's talent is kind of nasty here. I think it's like way nastier than Elspeth. Because not only do I get the sacrifice, but I get to like copy the talent, or copy the airship here, and then make 2 more airships, forcing them to have Ultima pretty much. The Wanchi-Tong looked good there. Generally, I mean, being able to like draw the cards, it's still 2 for 1 to me. Stock up. I need to dig for another Ultima. But if they Ultima, I get to Firelord Azula. Whenever you cast a spell while Firelord is attacking, copy it. They're trying to do this with, I guess, all their instants. Inevitable defeat. They're probably playing Jeskai Revelation. I might just have to cast an Elspeth and try to kill this. Don't know that I have much else of a choice. I could Carrot Cake and sack it. Maybe they counter my Carrot Cake? No. Oh, Get Lost is huge. I'm gonna Get Lost right now. This plays around. No more lies. They might still no more lies me. Yeah. Well, I gotta. I don't get to sack here, but can't let them do crazy stuff here. Whenever you cast a spell, so you could copy the Wanchi-Tong as well for extra cards. Let's swing. Try to sneak in an Elspeth here, maybe. We guarantee a sack no matter what. With the Fabled Passage. Jeskai Revelation. Not a huge deal. Play the Fabled Passage, try to run out the Elspeth, copy a bunch of airships. Although this is kind of bad into like just a Day of Judgment, I suppose. They're alive. The airships are alive. Let's see him rip the authority of the consoles in this exact moment. This could be relevant. Did I sack a permanent yet? I don't think I have. Let's just make sure we do that. Okay, see what happens. Do you have a board wipe? I would assume they do. If they don't now, they pretty much definitely do. But maybe they're only playing the one Ultima in the main. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not that familiar with these lists. I mean, I know them well enough that like I kind of get the general patterns, but there's so many 1-ofs and 2-ofs typically. And everyone plays their own little version, so who knows what's left. Pretty threatening board though. I mean, they definitely just have to deal with this. Destroy all creatures. Okay. Wish there was some way I could like sack a couple at instant speed. But yeah, they are gone. RIP airships. Still have our Elspeth, still have our talent. The Rise of Sozin. Destroy all creatures, choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name, exile them. Cool. And it becomes a 5/5 menace, firebending 3, deals combat damage to a player, pay X, any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard. I have a Beza, Office Inspector. Play out another talent. Roll up Elspeth. Draw some cards. I think in this position I like making a spirit on their turn best. Perhaps. Threaten a big lethal next turn, guarantee some draw. Carry kick's fine. I can afford to copy one more token. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Maybe they're thinking about a big Wanchi Tong. Hit my Elspeth. I bet they're only playing like 2 Wanchi Tong. 3 seems a little excessive. It's not like that good, I think. Maybe it is. Another Jeskai Revelation. 4 to my face. Okay. I wonder if they have like 3 lightning helixes in their hand or something like that. Stranger things have happened. They don't have any more airships, right? I think they've dealt with them both. They scared. They scared of the airship. More like scareship. Threatening lethal next turn. Threatening lethal. Do they have anything? They have a handful of counter magic. They have nothing. I'm just going to go for it next turn. I feel like I'm starting to lose some momentum here. If they allow me to untap with everything here. I think I have to block also. Because they could just have... They're ripping a 3 steps ahead. Interesting. They're hoping they draw like a second fire magic. Clear my board and then kill me. Elusive Nightclub. This deck is crazy, man. What are you on, Chavez Elite? Map. Get lost. Get lost my Elspeth, I guess. Map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 million mana. Map. They have perfect information. They know my hand. Let's assume they have like a handful of lands. We blocking. they had fire magic, they would have just done it and killed me. That means I get to just try to go for it here. Make a spirit. Draw a couple more cards. Maybe? Level up a talent? Level up a talent? Give my guys flying? Try to hit you for lethal? You have like a Wan-Shi Tong to block with. You have a Lightning Helix to my face. Okay. Oh, it's a battle on our hands. You have a Lightning Helix to my face. But I have lethal. Okay, sweet. Alright. Woo. I have lethal, turns out. Rest in peace. Did we see Ashiko? I think we saw Ashiko. They're just on so many different angles. Kaya seems okay. I like the 2 Day of Judgment still. Rest in peace is maybe not necessary until we see the River Churn Monument. Elspeth looked pretty good there. But really, we're just kind of about the Tolls of War. Cut a couple seam rips. Cut an Inspector, I suppose. The Inspector is pretty much always good, right? Cut a Beza. And we can go down 2 Beza. Cut a land. Seems fine. Maybe we just cut a Temple of Silence here. Try it like that. Try it like that. Feeling pretty good getting game 1. Gives us a nice chance here. Grindy matchups. I think once I finish this match, I'm going to call it. Maybe continue to tweak a little bit and then go for like a whole sort of 5-match series and then post a write-up at that point. Because I think this deck is pretty solid. And I think we're pretty close to a good version of it. I think I'd like to see more. I'd like 1 match against the blue-green go-wide list, at least. This is a great hand. Let's just get rid of the Beseech here. Although fast Beseech seems decent. We just don't have the mana. I think I like everything else going on here. Let's just play this tapped. We can always duress turn 2. We might just counter this. They do not counter it. Multiple No More Lies and a Mystical Teaching. Wow. Kind of trusting in this 3 steps ahead, I guess, in a way. We'll just take a no more lies. Not a big deal. Start beating in with some inspectors. What are you gonna do? Counter a carrot cake? No. Itcha. Carrot cake. 3 rabbits. It's the power of 3 rabbits. We get to jam a Tolls of War here. They no more lies. We shock. We Tolls of War. We say things are looking pretty good, because things are looking pretty good. We have a board, and we have good stuff going on in our hand. Hit him. Draw a card. Make an ally. I'm an ally, by the way. So just so you know, we got allies here. We got allies here. Hell yeah, let's go. Draw a card. It's looking pretty good, gang. I mean, it helps that they are literally doing nothing. Play another carrot cake? Actually, I mean, like, they're really going to counter this Caretaker's talent? Yes, so. But they have to answer the board. You have to answer the board eventually. Now we're just threatening lethal with the Restless Fortress, which is interesting. Force them to, like, play a Wanchi Tong. You have Fire Magic. Force them to play a Wanchi Tong. Okay, cool. Kill you? We'll take it. We'll take it. Sweet. 3-0. You know, this version's pretty good. Maybe I play a couple more matches. I'm getting pretty hungry, and these games have been long. So I'm just gonna call it for today. Sweet deck. Let's pull it back up and kind of break it down a little. What was strong? What could change? Man, the whole shebang looked really good. I thought Tolls of War was maybe like the most impressive card in the deck. It just very consistently made 1/1s, and the fact that it once again all these good grindy cards replace themselves these days makes a clue. Kind of gets its own thing going. Caretaker's talent, obviously known quantity. Airship plan looked good. It seemed like answer this now or lose every time we did it. And I liked that we got to be very selective with when we went for the airship plan, because of the Beseech toolbox situation we have set up. Yeah, everything looked good. I think maybe you could argue maybe like take out Elspeth for a Get Lost, just for a little more play against creature decks and play against those like fast mono red decks that are popping up on the ladder again, unfortunately. I liked 2 airships. I think that felt pretty good. Our sideboard seemed fine. We didn't play a whole like variety of matches. We didn't have a whole lot for that Jeskai control matchup other than the Duresses, which were strong, but our game plan is pretty solid against them in the first place. Never got to see Kaya do anything. Kind of a flex spot. Not historically a strong card, but I like that she's an exile effect that continues to be relevant on the field. Sweet deck. Yeah, check it out. I'll probably play it a bit more and then maybe do a little write-up. And if you've gotten this far in the video, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I'm going to keep trying to post every day here. So, yeah, if you're interested in seeing more standard brews, or maybe we branch out to modern a little bit at some point, keep coming back. I'll be posting here. So, once again, Eric, signing off. Have a good one.